It's week 1 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Now Purdy gets this one to use check. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. Purdy now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And fights through one man. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Goff. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Goff. Fighting to stay upright. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
In motion goes the tight end. Now it's Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Lions' 29-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
The 25-yard line.
Goff now looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Goff. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And some strong running. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here, 1st and 10. Purdy. Oh, he stays up. And that is incomplete here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down, San Francisco.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. Able to avoid him at the 40. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Williams, a man in motion right. Now Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Goff throwing again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. Call it a loss of 16 there, and it'll be 4th down.
A loss on the play brings up 4th.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Evans. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
First down, 49ers.
Now Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Second and goal from the 1. Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now Moody for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Looking for right, and he finds him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Goff. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 21 yards away. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Levante David in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now it's Goff. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Purdy looking to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Goff.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jordan Love with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown catch in the victory. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's the game of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw.
Purdy, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Purdy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Fatu Melifanu the one in coverage, and he breaks it up.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, here's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Purdy.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. So here come the Lions now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
And they'll go on the ground. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Purdy now to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Here's Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Lions. First down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff now looking to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here's Goff.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Goff now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now it's Goff. And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Play action. It's Goff. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 42-yard line.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
San Francisco.
Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
3rd down and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Now Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. Purdy now to throw.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Lions' 42-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Ball start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it with Neal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 33 yards.
And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards.
Now Goff.
That's good for the Lions.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. This 2nd and 4.
Here's Goff.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Goff now looks to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Goff now to throw.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5.
To throw is Goff.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. It fights him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Francisco, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.